Hey, welcome back to Two Dudes in a Corner. It's your boy, Kyle and Aaron. I didn't say plural boys. I said boy.
We're practically one and the same, so.
That's awkward.
I'm not awkward. Awkward's what you make it. You,
Mhm.
of all people, should know that.
Awkward's a mentality.
Yeah, I don't got it. I don't have it.
Got it.
Hi, everybody. It is episode 18. Need I remind you, season 1 ends with episode 20. So what are we? We're 3 away from the end of, I would say, a smashingly, is that the adjective I want to be using? Successful season 1.
Yeah. We're top 20% of most followed podcasts in the universe.
I think it was universe, yeah. At least the Milky Way. So at least our galaxy.
That was good.
Thank you, God.
Yep.
Are you crying?
I'm bawling my eyes
Oh my
out.
gosh. Sorry. I didn't
Sorry.
I didn't talk to Kyle much before this.
It's been an emotional day.
Which
Actually
is
has.
actually truth. But oh my gosh, you derailed me. Now I'm just
No.
really
No.
I have no
Bring it
idea
back.
where I'm going. No, but does that seem crazy? Spotify told us that. We've got Spotify Wrapped. We had a bunch of stats that I didn't remember, all of them. But I did snap a photo of the one that said we are in the 20% most followed podcasts on Spotify.
Yeah. Which is cool if you think about it, because that means
It is cool.
it's better than 80%.
Correct.
And
that's all due to you guys. That must mean like a high percentage of return listeners. I don't know what the criteria is there. I'm going to believe Spotify because I'm a trusting person.
And I think we were close to Joe Rogan on the amount of
I think so.
listens and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, for sure on ad ROI,
Right.
definitely near Joe Rogan's numbers.
Close.
Yeah,
Does anyone want to sponsor us? Because we're still looking.
right.
We had a couple back out, and so I opened up a couple more spots. So if anyone's really interested.
Yeah, we almost had Best Buy for some reason. They unplugged. Then we almost had Nike, but then they kicked off. Sorry, I am really on a roll. Speaking of which,
and then
we almost had Pillsbury.
American Airlines was definitely up there,
Yep.
and then they just one flew away.
Oh my gosh, that one was sad. Wow, it's okay. He's had a rough day.
And McDonald's was really close, and then they chicken
burgered.
nuggeted out.
I liked that better. Much better. Thank you, McDonald's.
Yeah.
Next time. Hardee's, we're here for you. Actually, no, I'm kidding. Hardee's is vastly overpriced. No offense, Hardee's. You can still sponsor us. I think they're vastly overpriced.
That is a ton of food, though.
Oh, well, I don't care.
True. You don't go
I
there.
simply
for
don't care. I went on the way to Omaha, Nebraska. Shout out Omaha. Who loves you, baby?
Warren Buffett lives there.
Oh my gosh, all he cares about is finances. Oh,
No, I don't.
oh, another billionaire. Where's that billionaire live? But when I was on my way to Omaha, we stopped for McDonald's, and I thought it was going to be a very cheap stop. Burgers, when I was not even young, I'm not even kidding you when I tell you this. I had it down to a science. When we would go on basketball road trips, when I was in basketball in college, we were allotted, get this, $5 per meal,
It's a lot.
which is not a lot. But for a college
not a
student,
lot.
it was plenty. So at McDonald's, I could get 2 burgers, a small fry, and a drink for $3.21 because each item was 99 cents. And then, or did I say drink? I meant water because I always got water with it.
Yeah.
So then it was $3.21 because tax is 7 cents. And then I had $1, almost 79 left that I could build up to eat something bigger near the end of the trip. So all that to say, it was 99 cents per small item. Guess how much a McDonald's burger is now? Same size, probably less quality.
$2.29.
$2.50.
No way.
$2.50. It's $1.50 more than it was a decade ago. And I'm frankly,
Well,
upset about it. So I got 2 burgers. My son got 2 burgers. The rest of my family got 1 burger, and it was $30.
Yeah, it is getting hard. And when you have 12 kids, it's tough to go anywhere and not spend that much money. Though.
You.
You have 4 kids.
Thank you.
But I have noticed that for me, if I go to McDonald's, I still spend $30, and I
believe
by
that
myself.
I believe that.
Yeah. I spend.
Listen to us talking finances like a bunch of grumpy old men.
Yeah, right. Where's your bread bet?
When
My
I was a
stocks
kid.
went down 30% this year.
I still have
my
something.
food expense is probably my biggest expense each month. It might
That doesn't
outweigh
surprise
my
me.
car payment, my personal expenses,
At all.
of course, not business expenses. But I think it's probably higher than my car payment, or at least close, which is also pretty high. So I love eating out. It's my favorite thing to do is eat out. I love eating other people's food. I don't like making my own food very often. And so then I just don't. And then I go out to eat, and then I always generally buy other people's food too, which is the expensive part probably.
Yes. Yep.
But that's okay.
That's okay.
It's all good fun
That's what Kyle.
to pay people to hang out with me.
That's what he does. Thankfully, I'm on his subscription program, which is discounted. So it doesn't cost nearly as much to be friends with me or with him. With me. Him with
I'm
me.
a cheap friend, I feel like.
It depends on the day, folks. Depends on the day. Sometimes he pretends to live like a pauper. Sometimes he pretends to live like a prince.
Well, I live in the back of a gym.
That's the pauper part. But you should see his car.
Yeah, you should see it got hit by I hit a deer since the last time we
Wow,
podcasted.
that's true. That wasn't even a
Holy
purposeful
cow.
segue because he has a 2023 Camry, which is far from what a pauper would buy.
Better than the Audi I was going to get, probably.
The what?
The Audi that I test drove and I really
that's
wanted, but
right.
it was like 70,000.
You know what? You were looking at cars when we first brainstormed this podcast because you showed me pictures.
Yeah.
When we were planning, this is what I want, and he had some nice options.
I did. And
Sorry,
I ended
go
up
ahead.
with a 2023 Camry, and it's done good things for me, except for
Wonderful.
I smoked a deer the other day. And it's still not fixed, so I have it ratchet strapped. I have the hood ratchet strapped down so that it doesn't flop up in the wind. My windshield is all cracked all the way across. It's very funny. I get lots of compliments. I don't know, probably not. I don't think you'd probably consider them compliments, but a lot of people talk about it, which is fun.
Yeah. The Camry is the old take 2. The old Camry is the butt of a bunch of jokes.
Yep. Wait, really? Which ones?
All over town, they're joking about it.
No way.
Yes, Kyle's
No.
Camry. Oh, Kyle's Camry. All over the place. I'm tired of it.
Did you
It's getting
every
old.
time I was like, oh, I hit a deer. But, did you keep the deer? Did you keep it? Where would I put it? It did not
Right.
fit in my trunk. I tried, and when it didn't fit, then I put it back in the ditch where it belongs.
You should have at least tried to get some meat out of it. Not that I'm judging you. I do that plenty as is. But
If I got the meat out, then I'd have to cook the meat, and you already know I don't cook.
no, ask someone else to make jerky out of it. That's
Ooh,
what
I
would
do like deer. Do you like deer meat a lot?
No, I actually don't.
I like it quite
I
a bit.
don't.
And
I
it's
don't
very
love
lean.
jerky.
It's very lean. You're not a jerky guy?
That's what my father-in-law called me. He said lean, not skinny. I'm
Ah,
lean.
You lean.
I'm looking lean. Do I look lean on camera? Not for long. Kyle and I are working out tonight.
We are. Right after this, we're gonna go take some pre-worky.
1st
We're
time in...
Dude, can we get Chinese food afterwards? Maybe. No, I gotta make chicken. But do you want?
You have to make chicken?
Oh my gosh!
What's
I
going
was
on?
supposed to have a meeting at 4:45.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I can hold down the fort. This is a first.
Yeah.
I bet we could pause.
You think so?
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. This is so funny. What a segue. Is
Kyle's
that a segue?
interesting at planning. Kyle, I think, schedules himself very uniquely.
Uh-huh.
Kyle will say he has no plans, but he does have plans, just like 5 within the range that he tells you he doesn't have plans.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just adjust and you go, oh, he means plans that don't go longer than like 2 hours.
or like more
per
than 15
segment.
minutes usually.
I know.
Is
I'm
the
just
thing.
giving you a hard time.
No, it's true though. I generally forget if it's not on my phone, which this isn't my phone. But if it's not on my phone, I will forget about it. But there's always things that I could do that I know I need to do during the day, and I can just kind of like squeeze them around, squish them.
What was that?
You can squish them, squeeze them, schwab them, schweave them, and kind of adjust and make the day work. But we're kind of the same, very different, you and I.
Oh, sure.
In that, but also kind of the same in the way that we don't have a lot planned most of the time.
Yeah.
Set in stone.
Correct.
We're always doing stuff.
Right.
But it's not super like, this is when I have to do it.
Right.
Because that gives me anxiety.
Translation, anxiety. He has a little bit of a speech impediment just when he says the word anxiety. So don't fault the guy. But yeah, we are different in the way that I don't typically even put things into my phone. So
really?
Yeah.
Do you have a calendar?
No, I just have a pretty good memory for the things that I have planned, which is casting absolutely no shade on you, Kyle.
No, I know. I know.
I do sometimes use sticky notes to write down things because there's something for me about crossing off something literally physically with an object, scratching things off. So sometimes I etch them in stone because I really like scratching stone.
Yes, me too. Actually.
Off, but most of the time on paper.
I was wondering what all of those hieroglyphics were doing in your office.
Very well.
Studio.
My stone office cave.
Studio.
Man.
Well,
cave.
we're gonna be back in you're not gonna know that we're gone.
Just wait a sec. Can I say something really fast? It'll be funny.
Beep, beep, beep.
And we'll be right back after these messages.
We're back.
Yep, we're back. I hope you enjoyed that word from our sponsor. But we don't have sponsors, so there was no commercial. So that's sad. We had a commercial break, and it didn't even work.
If that was a commercial break, it would have been about 4.5 hours long.
Right. Little do
Maybe
you
a bit
know,
longer
everybody,
than that.
we left. Not only did we break, we broke.
We broke down our muscle tissues.
Kyle had a meeting with a vending machine.
Yep.
Nope. He did most of the talking.
It wasn't it was a vending machine. People who want to put a vending machine in, not the actual machine.
What will they have in here in those vending machines, Kyle?
Chips, salsa.
You know, all the good stuff that a gym needs.
It's gonna have chips
and salsa
and homemade scotcheroos.
Oh, thank the Lord.
You like scotcheroos?
I told you probably 3 days ago I love them.
Did you eat one of mine?
Nope.
Oh, okay. That's why I thought you didn't like it, because I offered you one and you didn't want it.
What? No, you never offered me one, but that's okay.
Oh.
Did you make them?
No.
No.
No, one of my trainers did and gave them to me.
Cool.
And they were so good.
Keep that trainer around, whoever it is.
I know. Megan, but it's spelled like Ronald Reagan.
Oh, I get it. I know a couple Megans spelled that way.
Really?
Yep, I call them Meagans.
Meagan.
Yep.
Meapachu. Anywho, we went and worked out because I used one of my coupons from my birthday present that he gave me. He gave me a coupon book, and one of them was take pre-workout and work out for the first time. And we did it.
And honestly, it wasn't nearly as traumatic as I thought it was. I kind of thought the pre-workout was going to be the most jarring because I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyle's face itches and stuff when he takes it. And other people have told me they have weird side effects. And then I took it and I felt a twingle every once in a while, but I didn't notice it, I think, as drastically as I thought I would. And it's probably because I abuse coffee.
There's definitely a little bit of caffeine tolerance that has to be
built in.
I feel like I have quite a bit of that too. But there's this thing called beta-alanine in it, and that's what makes your skin tingle.
Oh, okay.
And maybe you just have a high tolerance to beta-alanine as well.
That could be. That could be. I'm kind of hoping it sounds like, I don't know, what's the stuff that makes your nails better?
That's collagen.
No, that's your skin. Creatine. Nope.
No.
Kryptonite. Nope.
That's Superman.
Dang it. Never mind. I just hope it benefits me beyond that one workout.
It won't. What if it hits you like when you're trying to go to bed at night and your face starts tingling super bad and you're just like itching your face?
Then I'll be upset.
Gabby would be like,
you'll hear about
what is going on? What is happening? And then we went to one of my favorite restaurants, Tuggers in Port Byron. Closed.
Thursday, Friday. Closed.
I was like, what the crud?
Lame.
But
I hope everyone's okay. Maybe the cook was sick.
It could be.
You know?
That could be.
Who knows?
I hope they didn't stop recording.
Did we have a scare?
Yeah, I think I just got a call, but
It looks like
because I forgot to put my airplane mode on. That's okay. That's all right. This episode is kind of messy, and we like it that way. It keeps us humble.
Welcome to our lives. Welcome to our lives. Messy lives. Messy lives, messy computer, messy recording.
Yep.
You get it all. You get a little Flava
Flav.
Fun fact, did you know Flava Flav, who I think is now in prison?
I don't think so.
Was he?
I don't.
This
no,
is awkward.
Let's fact check it.
I thought there was some sort of legal issue that happened.
I feel like there was.
Could be not. But while Kyle looks that up, we had a restaurant over the river and through the woods to Clinton we go. There was a restaurant called Flava Flav's Chicken, like that.
Yep.
I don't remember what it was. I never went there, but it was owned by the famous Flava Flav.
Yep. The clock guy.
Didn't last very long. It wasn't a huge success, but it's our claim to fame. I don't think there were any others. It was a restaurant in Clinton, Iowa.
Yep.
So
Flav's Fried Chicken.
Put us on the map.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That's the only one that there was, right?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? I thought there was like multiple.
No.
Headquarters location, Clinton, Iowa. Flav, bruh.
It literally lasted 5 months. I didn't know it was that short. January to April.
Yep.
4 months.
And he didn't I don't think he got arrested. I think it was fine. He did get arrested for battery in 2021 though.
Okay.
So that's just a different thing.
There's that.
Sorry to throw heat at Flava, but
if you batter someone, you'll be up on the internet. So don't batter people.
Yeah, please stop battering.
All the batter you need is in pancake batter or waffle batter. And if you have that in your life, you won't need to batter other people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Whew, glad
you have enough batter in you. You don't need to batter out of you.
Okay.
That was weird.
No, I think that flowed just fine, Kyle.
So we went from Tucker's. We went down to Jimmy Lee's and had dinner at this little restaurant. That was real good.
It was good. I wasn't super hungry, so Kyle ate my food and his food.
I did.
And it worked out great.
I like that.
So I'm just not hungry after I do much of anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, too, is I have fear of missing out when it comes to food, big time,
right.
FOMO. And so your cheeseburger did look really good.
I guess.
And so I was like, I would actually like to know what that tastes like. I was thinking that.
And you did.
And part of me wanted to order the burger, but then I ordered the barbecue chicken instead.
So we got the best of both worlds.
So I literally did. And that's my favorite thing.
What a win.
One of my favorite things is going out with someone and then they don't eat all their food, so you get to eat a little extra. Isn't that terrible? That's one of my favorite things to do.
No. Food is enjoyable.
It is.
And it's one of God's great gifts. So I don't fault you that. Not in the least.
No, I love, what's your favorite cuisine?
That's a fancy word for Kyle Hubner,
Yep,
but I will throw out pizza. I think I just do have that desire to eat pizza.
I'm with you.
Most of the time.
A close second is Asian food, specifically Chinese and Japanese. I love Chinese food, but American Chinese food, and I love sushi, Japanese food, and hibachi. Hibachi's good.
I respect that greatly.
Do you like Mexican food, right? Like tacos and stuff?
I like my at home. I don't really crave Mexican restaurants. Nope.
Yeah, me either. And they
don't.
do not do good things to me.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're known for that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do know what you're saying. I had sushi for the first time when I was in college visiting Omaha, where my wife's from. Her and her sister love sushi. So we went, when we were dating, me, my then girlfriend, and her sister. That was
so much.
My brain hurts.
My brain hurts thinking about how much your brain hurts.
Yeah, she's now my sister-in-law. So it was my wife and sister-in-law. We went to sushi called Sushi Blue, uptown Omaha. I loved it. I loved it. It was great. And then the next time we went with her other two sisters, and she has 3 sisters total. All 3 sisters and friends of the other sisters. big group of us.
Big
Went
group.
to downtown Sushi Blue. Super cool vibe. Super cool atmosphere. I enjoyed it again. And then spent the night puking.
See,
So
yeah, that does stink.
then Aaron said to himself, I don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that in my life. I don't need that in my stomach. I don't want to see it come out of my stomach. So no more sushi.
No more sushits. So funny, that was close.
Oh, it wasn't even
there.
close.
That
You were
was
there.
Gosh darn it. My apologies.
Bleeping that one
listeners.
out. Apologies to our younger listeners.
So I just thought of something really funny about that, but I'm not going to go there.
All right.
Chipotle was that for me. I had Chipotle one time, got
Ooh.
food poisoning from the Chipotle, and now I will eat it again now. That was in high school, so that was at least 10 years ago probably. And now I'll eat it again, but it took a long time before I would eat Chipotle
Isn't that
again.
funny how that happens?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Foodie version.
It's a powerful motivator to not eat something sometimes.
Yep, not my favorite thing, but I do love food. I'm a very big foodie, and I'm a simple food man, though. I'm very easy to please. Like, you bring me to Burger King, I'm going to be very happy.
Right.
You bring me to some fancy schmancy restaurant, I'm going to be super happy. Yep. As long as there's food, I am enjoying. You know what's so funny is I was talking to Judd, my friend Judd, the other day, and he was like, I could literally move anywhere as long as they have Netflix and food. And I'm like, well, it's anywhere in the whole world. Like,
Yeah, he's
good to
set
go.
for life.
You can go anywhere your little heart desires.
I think that I would go anywhere that had food for sure. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Important.
People. I kind of
Also semi-important.
mighty fond of having a few of them around.
Mm-hmm.
A roof over my head. Can I ask
Nope.
for that? No, that's too
Nope.
much.
That's crossing some lines there, bud.
Then I guess just people and food. And I'll just sleep in the other people's
But not people
homes.
as food.
No.
Because
No,
that's
no, no,
weird.
no, no, no,
Because
no,
that's
no,
weird.
no,
We
no,
don't
no,
do
no.
that.
That is strictly Dahmer stuff.
Oh, too soon.
Sorry.
Too soon.
I don't know. I probably have told you this. They haven't heard it. Someone, oh my gosh, maybe you should fact check me. Not, you don't need to right now.
Okay.
Anybody
yeah, I
who's
won't
listening.
do that. No.
There's a ski mountain near us. Laughable that we call it a mountain, but it's called Chestnut Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And people ski there, snowboard, the usual stuff you do at a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, well, my cousin got married there, and this is where I heard that story. Apparently, the owners, I don't know if the current owners or if it's still in the family or the former owners, their son was one of the victims of John Wayne Gacy.
Ah, I did hear that.
And that
By
is
you.
crazy.
He was the clown boy, right?
He was a clown man.
Clown man
He was
boy.
not a boy.
Big clown
burly
boy.
fellow. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the
Whoa.
one. Very close to home.
He was a Chicago killer, right?
Wisconsin.
John Wayne Gacy was?
Yeah.
Really?
Just so you know, no offense to our Wisconsin listeners, I think a decent portion of serial killers, the most renowned ones, are from Wisconsin.
Who else?
I think Dahmer's from Wisconsin, wasn't he? I'm going to feel really bad if that's not true. I've heard people in Wisconsin joke about that. That's why I feel comfortable saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But I could be wrong.
Chicago was John Wayne Gacy.
But didn't he move to Wisconsin? Oh my gosh, I'm going to feel horrible. Now I'm just nervous that I dragged...
Wisconsin? American serial killer.
Someone's from Wisconsin. Someone who killed a lot of people is from serial killers from Wisconsin.
Yep.
Thank you. Just to put me at ease.
Yep. There's got to be a few at least.
There we go. The four most notorious. Dahmer. Okay, Dahmer.
Dahmer, Walter Ellis. That's a big one.
David Spanbauer and
Never
Ed
heard.
Gein. Okay. See, there's some big ones.
Okay.
There's
Yeah, Dahmer was Milwaukee. That's right. Yep. I was just in Milwaukee and they were talking about it. Very funny.
Who's they?
The people I was with.
Oh, no one directly involved.
I don't think so. Didn't ask, I suppose.
You know,
could have been.
Here's the thing.
Wanted to.
In Wisconsin, you're up north, not a lot of sunshine, a lot of cold weather. It'd send anybody spiraling. So it's not like
I get it.
I hate Wisconsin.
I also
By any
heard
means.
this statistic, and it, again, could be checkable. Probably could be off by a few numbers, but I heard there was a 118-degree difference between 4 days ago and today.
It's crazy,
Here.
y'all. It was 62, I think, was the high today.
Yeah, and it was with the wind chill must have been negative 40 or 50. The lowest I seen when I was awake and conscious in the middle of the night was negative 35.
That's horrible.
Which is cold.
Mean.
Yeah, that's cruel.
Yeah, it's not even. It's beyond. It's just what not people around here should. It's just what not people should face around here.
Right.
Like I'm used to winters in the Midwest. Personally, I believe. This is my personal belief.
His personal belief.
Like, let's not go below zero.
Right.
You know,
right.
It gets cold just slightly above zero, which I'm fine with. I'm like, okay, it's the winter. But when we dip down into those negative 30s, for example, that doesn't make sense to me.
It's not good for me.
It seems inexcusable.
It's not good for my skin, first and foremost. I have ashy skin during the winter. And the colder it is and the more windy it is, the more ashier my skin is.
I can vouch for that. Ash just floats off of him.
Yep.
He's basically you know those fires that are barely lit anymore and there's just embers? Mm-hmm. It's Kyle.
That's me.
It's Kyle.
Just a couple embers.
And I'll just tap him with a little stick and it flakes everywhere.
Yes, if you see me, please don't tap me with a stick
flakes.
unless you want to get covered in ashes.
Right, not during the winter. You can hit him on the head as hard as you want in the summer and he's fine. Nothing comes.
My skincare routine is not great either, so.
Do you have one?
No.
Okay.
I lotion once in a while when I decide that I've become too ashy. And then I'm like, I should probably do something about it.
That's probably healthy.
Yeah. And then I'll think about it, but it's never that. Okay, you have these things where, like, sometimes my fingernails are this way, which is kind of probably gross to talk about.
It's okay.
But
are we cool with fingernails?
Sometimes I'll think, like, I'll be doing something like, man, I should really cut my fingernails. They're getting long, and they're kind of like, they need to be shorter than they are. Mm-hmm. But it's never an opportune time to think about it. And so then I don't do it for like days. And every time I look, I'm like, dang, I should do something about that.
Oh, yeah.
And then I don't think about it when I can actually do something about it. You have anything like that?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, but I'm someone who I like to keep my fingernails short. So I do. Yeah,
I try to. I mean, I usually do.
Gives me a priority. Yeah. It must naturally become a priority when I see my nails and I'm like, oh, I just don't like, which my wife doesn't understand. And multiple people have said, why don't you let the white part grow longer? And I'm like, I always thought that's the part you trim.
Yeah, isn't it not?
I guess some people let their white part go longer. I don't. I don't
think so.
I just want the end of the nail. That's all I want. Girls, obviously, they want a little extra. They can paint and stuff, but I don't do that.
We don't do that.
I don't want to do that. So I like to just be short.
Yep, I like being short too. That's why I never grew over 6 foot.
It's true, you didn't.
I know. So here's a little secret about me is every time I got measured at the doctor's, I was 5'11 3/4, and they always put down 5'11 3/4. They never once.
That's mean.
Put 6 foot, and I said, I'm gonna start spiking my hair, and I did. And guess who's 6'1" now, with shoes and top of hair? Kyle is.
That's
6'1", 185 pound.
That's like smart.
Mm-hmm.
You really thought that through.
Yeah, because when you're looking at the basketball lineup and it says 5'11 3/4,
it's not fun.
It doesn't work.
I know.
For me.
Yeah,
it does not work for me.
You don't want to be there.
No one wants to be there.
I grew almost 3 inches in college.
Dang.
Isn't that crazy?
Dang.
I was always a center. Well, not always. No, in middle school, I was a guard, and I was the shooter of the team, and I was an incredible shooter. And then I grew, and all of a sudden, I did not shoot well from the outside. And small Christian school, if you're 5'10", 5'11", you're tall enough to be a center. So I started playing that probably my sophomore year, give or take.
Sophomore year.
And I probably grew, 6 foot, maybe, by the time I graduated. And then by the time I graduated college, I was 6'3".
That's bizarre.
It's bizarre.
I heard if you go to space, you grow 4 inches. Or something. How much do you grow? Let me look.
Thank you.
Many facts.
Welcome to our fact-checking episode.
Yeah, right?
This might play into our title. It might not.
Inches do you grow?
In space. Because you kind of like decompress.
Yeah,
probably.
you decompress your spine.
But then you
2
come
inches. I was 2 inches off. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's
definitely
still impressed.
Yeah, right.
And then you shrink again, I'm guessing, when you come back?
Go up to 3% taller. Wow. About 2 inches for a 6-foot astronaut. Dang.
That's cool.
Right? So you guys want to go to space and get a little taller? Do it up.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think it's very hard to get, from what I hear, not much schooling required.
Nope.
To get up to space. And then...
Nope. Very little training.
But
Money.
Here's the bummer part of this. You're going to have to stay up there if you want to stay 2 inches taller. Up to you. I'm sure there's a lot of great real estate up there available. In fact, I don't know anyone that lives there yet. Because I don't think space, now that I think about it, you can't buy real estate in space. You have to pick a planet. So pick a planet.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Pluto. Because I love the cold so much.
It's
and
not
cold
one
there.
anymore, remember?
Oh, it's a dwarf planet.
It's a moon.
Pluto's a planet.
Isn't it a moon?
No.
It's just mean that we had to learn something in school that they backtracked on us.
Yeah.
Like I rarely
It's okay, buddy.
get offended or feel slighted, but I did by my teachers in that realm. Like, come on, you can't teach someone that Pluto is a planet and then yank it out from under us as if it was nothing.
Doesn't work.
I don't know. I still haven't gotten over that. I'm telling you, it's what I talk through every day.
I think about it every night when I'm laying in bed.
Day I sit and stare at the computer screen. It's a picture of Pluto on my screensaver, and I just think to myself, what in the world? What is my life? If they took this from me, what else can they take from me? That's what I think.
That's what I was actually thinking, the exact same thing. And it's crazy that we're the exact same.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sorry if I came off as unstable for a sec. It's fine.
I had a conversation earlier with my friend John, who about space exploration and Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and what they're trying to accomplish on Mars and stuff. And he's like, I imagine that at some point they'll probably take the worst criminals and put them up there and see if they can survive.
That's not a bad idea.
Right? People that are either on death row, be like, hey, if you can figure out how to survive up there, and then you're free.
It's true. Or just build a prison up there.
True.
We're running out of room in our prisons. That's what you hear a lot. I'm like, well, plenty of room up there. Have we thought about that?
Accurate.
Come on.
Accurate.
And
Nissan
you know
Accurate.
What? Make it even harder for them. Don't even put them through the space training.
Just give them a tube of toothpaste.
Go shoot them up in the stars, and they'll puke and all that stuff that you probably would do if you didn't train for it.
I feel like there's laws against these things, but
I don't know about
but
that.
we can. There's probably some gray area.
Whoever's in NASA
probably
that
some
listens to
loopholes.
our podcast, I'm sure there's
or SpaceX.
Or excuse me, SpaceX.
Come on.
Whoever is interested in the stars and understands them a little bit, you let us know. Are there laws about sending people to space against their will?
There can't be laws in space, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Wow, I like that.
It's the law of the land, not law of the space.
The space, right. But it's the initial act is illegal, but then after that, it's not anymore.
Yeah, it's illegal until you're out of the atmosphere.
Right, and then it's not illegal anymore.
Like,
I like that.
See?
I like where your head's at here, Fullen.
It's too late. Too
latte.
It's too latte.
Late in Spanish.
Right. That's good.
Right?
Right? Sure it is. I took 1 year of Spanish.
What does
and
latte
I excelled
mean?
at it. I excelled at it. I got an
latte.
A. And I don't remember a thing. Other than I loved the word alrededor, which just means around.
Alrededor.
I can't roll my R's, and my 8-year-old daughter makes fun of me for it.
Really?
Not makes fun of me because she's very kind, but she'll be like, Dad, can you roll your R's? And then she'll do it. And I've gotten to the point, I don't play along. I say, no, I can't, Belle. I can't.
I'm not going to play your games, Belle. I'm not going to play your games to bully, so you can bully me.
Without me, you would be
What does latte? What does the word latte mean? Milk and coffee?
It's got to mean yum.
Yummy.
Yummy coffee.
Can I have a vanilla yummy, please?
You're right. I'm sure that's the literal translation. It's Italian for sure, right? Am I right?
Yeah. Our Italian listeners?
Americano. Yeah, I'm sure that's where coffee comes from mostly.
Really? Italy?
I'm pretty sure that's where coffee shops started mostly.
Oh man, I don't want to even fact check it because we've done so much of that.
I know. I'm
my
just
fingers are tired.
I'm gonna throw out things that I don't care are true.
Right. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
What's it matter?
Right. Thank you.
What does it even matters?
I know Christmas is over. Can I share a funny Christmas memory? Okay, Kyle, plug your ears.
Okay.
My brother and I used to play this game, and I thought of it because we don't play it anymore because...
What?
Yeah, I'll let you know when I'm done, Kyle.
Okay.
We used to play Human Battleship every Christmas because the way we would rearrange our living room at my childhood home, there would be a sofa right in the middle of the room because we wanted the Christmas tree in the corner where the couch was.
Yep.
So my brother and I came up with this idea because we were always coming up with new ideas.
As you should.
To do Human Battleship, where we took the pillows from the sofa, we lay on the ground on either side of the couch, somewhere angled in the room like you do with your battleships, and then you'd say fire, and you'd throw from the ground. Obviously, you're laying on the ground. You'd throw a pillow over the sofa and try and hit the other person, and the other person either has to say hit or miss, obviously. And if they said either one, you were listening for where their voice was, so you knew better where they were in the room. And then you'd readjust and you'd try and hit it, and then you'd have to hit them, 3 or 4 times like you do in Battleship. And
That sounds like a super fun game.
it was so fun. And we
What the
passed
heck?
many hours doing such things.
Whoa. I'm going to do that.
There you go. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm gonna
Jesse,
I'm going to do the Blake
the good
game.
old days. Do it with Blakely.
I'm doing my
please.
3-month-old daughter. And I bet I win.
I'm gonna put my money on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She's not that good of a thrower yet.
But she does have arms.
She does have 2 arms.
And
So
she's
far?
working on getting to the point where she could play that game.
Yeah, we're almost. I would say we're getting there.
Oh,
Close.
Yeah, based on what I've seen, she's only a little bit behind you.
Right. Well, that's either a compliment to her or
it's a compliment.
Big old,
absolutely big compliment to
big
her.
old shot in the face to me.
No,
you know?
no. I don't shoot
Okay.
Kyle in the face.
He doesn't.
I shoot him pretty much anywhere but his face. So it's fine.
It's my moneymaker.
Yeah.
My mom always said I had a face for the radio.
If he didn't make money with his face, it'd be gone.
And be gone.
It would be gone by
Be
now.
gone.
I am very understanding of where his money comes from, and I just accommodate.
The amount of money I make from this face
Yeah.
would literally pay for
You want me to take
one of
over?
those tiny mini Snicker bars.
Mini skirts?
Mini Snicker bar.
Snicker bar.
A little tiny one.
Oh, I love those snack size.
Mm-hmm.
I had a photographer once tell me I could be a hand model.
That's
So that was
odd.
very complimentary. I haven't made any money off my hands, but could be down the road. Maybe if I fail at everything else in life, I'll be like, hey, the photographer said I could do this and make money that way. Wouldn't that be funny? And then I refer back to this podcast and be like, you know what? I was right. She was right. That photographer was right.
Right. Speaking of cinematic differences between you and I,
Sure.
I've seen the new Avatar movie twice now,
There you go.
and it was wonderful. Just so aesthetically pleasing. Because the special effects were amazing. I've seen it in 3D, so the little fishies are just floating in front, because it's underwater, a lot of it. So the fish were like floating in front of you. It was very cool. Because I remember when I was a kid, we used to go to the IMAX theater in Davenport, the Putnam Museum.
Yep.
And it was always ocean movies that we'd see in this IMAX. And it kind of brought back some of the memes, a little bit.
Good memes.
And then I also watched Wednesday. I'm going through it again right now with my parents, actually. But it's very well made as well. The plot is great, and there's a lot of plot twists, which makes me happy. It's a little bit dark and weird for sure, so maybe it wouldn't. I don't know what to think about that, but it is entertaining as well. So you know how it goes. You know how it be.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I, meanwhile, watched White Christmas and
Brand new?
brand
new movie?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Also a brand new movie.
Both of them very, very fresh, very new to the
Fresh off the
cinema.
market.
What's really interesting, and this is Hollywood nerd Aaron coming out, so I hope you enjoy. Buckle up.
Yep.
It's a Wonderful Life, made by a former studio called RKO, which was a radio company that dove into filmmaking. Fun fact.
Didn't Clint Eastwood direct it?
Silence from over there, please. So that movie did not do extraordinarily well in theaters when it first released. And this happens to a few films, and similarly with Wizard of Oz. Some films did not gain notoriety until television came along in the 50s. And then people would, the networks, ABC, NBC, CBS, would purchase the rights to play these films like once a year. Like Wizard of Oz played once a year. I think probably It's a Wonderful Life played every year. Then they gained renewed notoriety, and a new generation of people liked it. It's just interesting how sometimes a generation, it doesn't resonate with them. And part of it probably was It's a Wonderful Life came out during World War II. People were already having a hard enough life as it was. And the movie, if you're familiar with it, George Bailey, everything's going south for him. But what I think I love about that movie, I would arguably put that in my top 10 films of all time. I think it resonates with me more the longer I live, which makes sense, because he obviously starts young and then he gets married and then he has kids. And by the end of the movie, he makes the statement, I think perhaps it would have been better if I'd never been born. And I think everyone resonates with that at some point in their life where everything's going wrong. His business is failing, and he doesn't know what to do. And then he lashes out at his wife and his kids. And then, has this crisis moment of like, who am I? Is the world better off without me? And then the super cool twist at the end, obviously he gets to see what life would be like without him. And then you really are cognizant of the fact, and you can remind yourself of this. You don't know who's having their George Bailey moment in life. Everyone has it at some point when life is just not going like you thought it would. And all of a sudden, and you're just insecure about everything. And you have those thoughts, and you can't help but have those thoughts. And oftentimes they're not expressed. And then when you watch a movie like this, you start thinking through like, oh, okay, yeah, I do see how the world is so connected, and your influence on everybody, you have no idea. You have no idea what one conversation, what one interaction with someone, what one little gift to someone meant. And all of those things are so interconnected because a lot of times you are, generous with someone, then they're generous to someone who needed it, and then they're generous. And you have these legacies and these things that you had no idea happened because of you, and how God has a plan for you. And no one that's here on earth is better off not being alive, because it's all intentional, it's all purposeful, and it's a powerful story. If you've never seen it, if you've never seen the film, go out there. I'm getting off my soapbox. There you go. It's a Wonderful Life. And it is a wonderful life.
It's still in theaters right now, so it'll be coming out
be
on
sure to
DVD.
Catch it.
It'll be coming on a VHS soon. You
Can't
guys will
wait.
be able to get it. What did it come out on? What would that have been back then? Nothing. TV?
Nothing.
Just
Yeah,
TV.
exactly. It's in theaters, then it goes nowhere, and then it's on TV, and it goes
Wow.
nowhere.
And then eventually it was VHS.
Finally VHS.
Was that the first,
I think the first
thing?
thing you could watch from home. I think so. Some people had like reel-to-reel machines that they could, a projector they could watch.
That's right.
But not the everyday American.
Not the average Joe?
Not the average Joe DiMaggio.
Was that where that statement comes from? Average Joe?
I don't think so
Okay,
at all.
that's all right. That's
But
all
it
right.
felt right to say.
It sounded right.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go with it. Joe DiMaggio is the average Joe. That's what we compare.
You know who Joe DiMaggio was? Did he marry her or was just in a relationship with? Do you know?
DiGiorno Pizza? It's not delivery, it's
I was asking
DiGiorno?
the wrong person.
It's
Marilyn
not
Monroe.
Ah, of course.
Yeah.
Everyone knows
I
that.
don't remember if they were married or just in a relationship.
I think they're both.
Speaking of conspiracy theories, which we weren't talking about, but a lot of people think Marilyn Monroe did not overdose.
What did they think happened?
That she was murdered.
By who?
Any number of people. It could have been the mob, I think, is one potential discussion. Another one is government folk because of her relationship
Don't say that.
with John F. Kennedy.
Yeah. So here's my theory. You want to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, hang on. I
Yep.
want to get on the edge of my Tracy. All right, go ahead, Kyle.
Marilyn Monroe was in fact a female girl.
Whoa.
That's the only thing I know about her. Literally,
Wow.
that's it.
She was a famous actress.
What was she in that was famous?
Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, How to Marry a Millionaire, Some Like It Hot.
Never seen one of those.
Yep. It's because we're in different cinematic universes.
I watch Avatar. You watch
I think I've only seen How to Marry a
What
Millionaire.
a wonderful.
She was basically known for her looks, sadly. She was a very beautiful woman.
She was.
And it ended up not working in her favor, which a lot of times beauty doesn't.
Yeah.
No offense to all you beautiful people.
Yeah, I'm screwed, huh?
Yeah, Kyle's done for. Done for.
Oh,
Kyle,
man.
we're there. We're at 45 minutes.
And
I like how we
39.
comment on the time every time we come at the end of a podcast. It's like we're shocked we made it to another 45 minutes,
I don't know.
which is not really shocking. You're not shocked. I'm not shocked.
I'm a little. No, not shocked.
Not shocked. I thought about being shocked, and then I decided
tried
not
to be
against
shocked.
it. But I kind of have to pee again.
Me
I don't like to
too.
say
What's
it
going
on
on?
air, but
What's
I think
going
that's
on?
probably why I suddenly became
Pre-workout.
aware of the time. Fun fact, pre-workout tastes like a sugar bomb. A sugar. I thought Jolly
Sugar
Rancher
plum.
at first,
Sugar plums.
but I'm starting to wonder if it was Starburst. I don't know, but it was a liquid candy.
Very good, huh? Wasn't bad.
I don't love candy, but I mean, I didn't mind. I didn't mind the flavor.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I
But-
think that's a strawberry watermelon.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, but hey, guess what? We're back on track now. We took a week off. We're sorry for all of you loyal listeners, but we're back and we're gonna be again here next week, for sure.
For sure.
And for sure.
For sure.
And so you know what? We love you, even if we don't know you.
And thank you for joining us in our little corner of the studio.